I saved his life in that alley, bandaged the gunshot wound, stopped the bleeding, cleaned the gash across his ribs. He kept saying no, kept pushing me away. Don't, he growled. I didn't listen, because I'm a trauma nurse. When someone's bleeding out on the pavement, I help, no questions asked. But I should have listened, because the man I saved, he wasn't just anyone. Minutes later, I'd find out exactly who he was. When 200 armed men surrounded my apartment, all of them looking for me, all of them calling him boss. It was 2 a.m. when I found him, behind St. Mary's Hospital, in the alley where the ambulances park. I just finished a 12-hour shift, walking to my car, exhausted. Then I saw him, collapsed against the wall. Blood everywhere. Too much blood. My training kicked in before my brain did. I ran to my car, grabbed my emergency kit, ran back. He was conscious. Barely. Stay still, I told him. He tried to push me away. Don't. I pressed gauze against the gunshot wound in his shoulder. You're losing too much blood. His hand shot out, gripped my wrist. Not hard enough to hurt. Hard enough to stop me. You shouldn't have done that. His eyes. Dark. Intense. Focused despite the blood loss. I pulled my wrist free. Went back to work. Well, too late now. I cleaned the wound. Applied pressure. Started stitching right there on the filthy pavement. He never made a sound. Most people scream. He just watched me, like he was memorizing my face. What's your name? I asked, trying to keep him talking, keep him conscious. He didn't answer. I just saved your life. I think I deserve a name. Emma. He said it, like he already knew. I froze. How? Your badge, he nodded at my scrubs. Still wearing it. Right. Dr. Emma Davies, RN, Trauma Unit. Printed right there for anyone to read. I finished stitching, wrapped the wound. You need a hospital. No hospitals. You've been shot. I said no, the way he said it. Final. Absolute. Not a patient, refusing treatment. Someone used to being obeyed. I packed up my kit, my hands were shaking. At least let me call someone. Family? Friends? I don't need anyone. Everyone needs someone, I said quietly. He almost smiled. Almost. Not me. I should have left then. Should have walked back to my car. Driven home. Forgotten about the bleeding stranger who didn't want my help. But I couldn't. Because he looked at me like he was trying to solve a puzzle. And something about that look made me stay. You should go, he said finally. He pulled himself to his feet. The man had been bleeding out 30 seconds ago. Now he was standing like nothing happened. He buttoned his torn shirt, covered the bandages I'd applied. Then he looked at me one last time. Forget you saw me, Emma. He walked into the darkness. I stood there. Emergency kit clutched to my chest. Heart pounding. Something felt wrong. Not dangerous. Well, yes, dangerous, but something else. Something that made every instinct I had scream. This man needs help, whether he admits it or not. I didn't know it yet, but that instinct would destroy my entire life. I went home thinking I'd never see him again. Wrong. Next morning, 6 a.m., I woke to engines. Lots of them. I looked out my window, stopped breathing. 50 black SUVs, maybe more, lined up down the entire street. Perfect formation. Like a military convoy. Men in dark suits, standing beside each vehicle, motionless, armed, all of them watching my building. I grabbed my phone, hands shaking, dialed. 911, what's your emergency? Armed men, surrounding my apartment building. 50 of them. Maybe more. Ma'am, slow down. Address? I gave it. Long pause. Ma'am, the men in black SUVs? Yes. How did you? We've received multiple calls. Her voice changed. Less concerned. More careful. Officers are responding. What's happening? I can't discuss active situations. Stay inside. Lock your doors. She hung up. I stared at the phone, then back at the window. One of the men was looking directly at me. He raised a hand, pointed down at the street. A different car was pulling up. Not an SUV. A Mercedes. Black. Sleek. Windows so dark I couldn't see inside. The door opened. He stepped out. The stranger from the alley, but not a stranger anymore. Clean now, Immaculate black suit. Expensive. His shoulder, where I'd stitched a gunshot wound 12 hours ago, showed nothing. He looked up at my window. Our eyes met. He smiled. Not warm, not friendly. A smile that said, "You wanted to help me. Now let me show you who you helped." I ran to my door, checked the locks, chain, deadbolt, everything. My phone rang. Unknown number. I answered without thinking. Emma. His voice. Calm, controlled. Look out your window again. I didn't want to. Did anyway. More vehicles arriving. Vans. Trucks. Men unloading equipment. Setting up a perimeter. What is this? My voice barely worked. Who are you? Someone who doesn't appreciate loose ends. My stomach dropped. I didn't tell anyone. I swear. I know. You. I checked. Your phone records. Text messages. Call history. Every conversation you've had in the last 24 hours. Matter of fact. Like describing the weather. You kept your word. You didn't tell anyone. You had no right. I have every right. You involved yourself in my business. That makes you my concern. I was trying to help you. I didn't ask for your help. You were dying. No, Emma. I was handling it. I looked at the small army surrounding my building. This is you handling things? Yes. Why are you here? I demanded. To make something clear. What? I don't need help. Not from you. Not from anyone. Pause. But you've seen me at my weakest. You know what I look like when I bleed. That makes you a liability. Terror. Cold. Sharp. Are you going to kill me? He laughed. Actually laughed. If I wanted you dead, Emma, you'd already be dead. Then what? I'm here to offer protection. From who? From the people who did this to me. His voice darkened. They'll be looking for whoever helped me. When they find out it was a civilian nurse with no protection, no security, no idea what she stepped into. He let the sentence hang. I sank onto my couch. This isn't real. This is your reality now. Whether you like it or not, I have a job. A life. I can't just look at your phone, Emma. News app. I pulled up the app. Headline, shooting outside St. Mary's Hospital. Witnesses sought. I clicked. Police searching for woman seen near scene. Hospital security footage shows female nurse approaching victim before both disappeared. Authorities urge anyone with information to come forward. My face went numb. They're looking for you, he said quietly. Not the police. The people who shot me. They've seen the footage. They know someone helped. And they will find you. Police can protect me. Police can't protect you from these people, Emma. I barely can. I walked back to the window. All those men. All those vehicles. All that overwhelming, terrifying power, mobilized in 12 hours. For me, because I'd bandaged his wounds. Who are you? I whispered. Long pause. My name is Dominic Castellano. The name hit like a fist. Dominic Castellano. I'd heard that name before. Everyone in this city had. Whispered in hospitals when certain patients came in. Mentioned in news reports that never quite said what everyone knew. Dominic Castellano. The most dangerous man in the city. And I'd saved his life. Come with me, Emma. Now. Or what happened to me will look like mercy compared to what they'll do to you. I looked at my apartment. My normal, safe, boring life. Then at the 50 armed men waiting outside. My old life was over. I just didn't know how much yet. I didn't pack. What do you pack when the Mafia boss you saved shows up with an army? I grabbed my purse. My phone. Walked out. In yesterday's scrubs. 2 men waited in the hallway. Suits. Earpieces. Guns visible under their jackets. They didn't speak. Just flanked me to the elevator. The ride down was silent. Except my heart. Hammering so loud I was sure they could hear it. Elevator doors opened. The lobby was full. Every resident of my building. Staring. Mrs. Chen from 3B. The college kids from first floor. Mr. Rodriguez, with his dog. All watching me walk through. Like a criminal. Outside, Dominic waited by the Mercedes. He opened the door himself. Get in. I hesitated. He leaned closer. Voice dropping. They're watching. 3 buildings. Different angles. You run. They know. You run. I can't protect you. I got in. He slid in beside me. Door closed. The convoy moved. Perfect synchronization. We drove in silence. Then he spoke. You'll stay at one of my properties until this is resolved. How long? As long as it takes. That's not an answer. It's the only answer I have. I turned to look at him. Really look at him. In daylight, he was even more intimidating. Sharp features. Dark eyes that missed nothing. The kind of face that made people look away. But I didn't look away. Why? I asked. Why what? Why protect me? You don't know me. You saw me vulnerable, weak, bleeding. His jaw tightened. No one sees me like that, and lives. Then why am I still alive? Because you didn't run, didn't call the police, didn't try to use what you saw against me. He turned, eyes searching my face. You just helped. For no reason. Expecting nothing. I'm a nurse. That's my job. No, your job is hospital patients, not bleeding strangers in alleys. Pause. Why did you really help me? Because you needed me. The thought came unbidden. Unwanted. But true. I don't let people die if I can help it, I said instead. He studied me another moment, then looked away. Well, now I'm returning the favor. We arrived at his property. Estate, not property. Estate. Gated. Guarded. A mansion straight out of a movie. I stepped out. Overwhelmed. This way, Dominic said. Inside. Marble floors. Crystal chandeliers. Art worth more than my life. A woman appeared. Older. Professional. Crisp black dress. Mr. Castellano. Maria, this is Emma. She'll be staying in the East Wing. Make sure she has everything. Of course. Maria smiled at me. Warm. Welcome, dear. Dominic was already walking away. Wait. I called. What am I supposed to do here? He stopped. Turn. Stay alive. Don't leave the property. Don't contact anyone outside. For how long? I already told you. As long as it takes. I know. I crossed my arms. But I need to call my hospital. They'll worry. Already done. You're on emergency medical leave. You can't just... I can. And I did. His voice was flat. Final. Anything else? 1,000 things. But his expression made it clear. Conversation over. That first day, I tried to settle in. Maria showed me my room. Bigger than my entire apartment. Private bathroom. Walk-in closet. View of gardens. Mr. Castellano arranged for clothes to be delivered. Maria said, Your size, yes? How does he know my size? Mr. Castellano is very thorough. Thorough. Right. Night came. I couldn't sleep. Around midnight, I wandered downstairs. Found the kitchen. Made tea. Can't sleep? I jumped. Nearly dropped the mug. Dominic stood in the doorway. Changed from the suit. Dark jeans. T-shirt. The bandage on his shoulder visible through thin fabric. You should change that. I said automatically. It's fine. It's been over 24 hours. You need fresh bandages. I said it's fine. There it was. That wall. That absolute rejection. It triggered something in me. That deep instinct to be needed. At least let me check it. Make sure there's no infection. Emma, warning, in his voice. I don't need you to take care of me. The words stung more than they should have. Right. Of course. You don't need anyone. I turned away. Started cleaning my mug. Emma. It's fine. I get it. You're the big bad mafia boss. You don't need help. Message received. That's not. Then what? I spun back. Because from where I'm standing, you went from dying in an alley to telling me my help was unwanted. So which is it? Did I save your life or not? His jaw clenched. You saved my life. Then say thank you and stop treating me like a burden. You're not a burden. Then what am I? Your prisoner? Your responsibility? Your liability? We were standing close now. Too close. You're complicated, he said finally. Complicated. Yes, you make things complicated. How? By being here. By mattering. By making me. He stopped, jaw locked. Making you what? He looked at me, really looked at me. Something vulnerable flickered across his face, then vanished. Go to bed, Emma. He walked away, leaving me standing in the kitchen, alone, confused, and feeling something I shouldn't feel. I didn't see him the next day. Maria brought breakfast, lunch, dinner, all delivered to my room. Where is he? I finally asked. Business, dear. He'll return when he can. That night, I heard sounds. Shouting. Engine. Looked out my window. More vehicles. Men rushing. Something was happening. I ran downstairs. Guards blocked my way. Mr. Castellano's orders. You stay in the East Wing. What's happening? Nothing you need to worry about. Is he hurt? The guard's expression flickered. Just for a second. That was answer enough. I pushed past him. Ran toward the commotion. Found Dominic in the foyer. Blood on his shirt. Fresh blood. Oh my God. I'm fine, he didn't even look at me. Get her back to her room. You're bleeding. Emma, go. No. Let me help. I don't need your help. The words echoed through the mansion. Everyone froze. Dominic's chest was heaving, eyes blazing. I don't need you fixing me. I don't need you worrying about me. I need you to stay where it's safe and stop trying to save someone who doesn't want saving. Each word was a knife. I stepped back. Understood, I said quietly. I walked back to the East Wing. And this time, I didn't look back. 3 days of silence. I stayed in the East Wing. Didn't venture out. Didn't ask for Dominic. Maria brought meals. Made conversation. Pretended I was a guest instead of a prisoner. On day 4, Dominic summoned me. Maria knocked. Mr. Castellano requests your presence. His office. I found him behind a massive desk. Laptop open. Papers everywhere. He looked exhausted. Sit. I sat. He closed the laptop. Finally looked at me. We need to talk about your situation. My situation. Right. You're still in danger. My stomach tightened. How much danger? More than before. He slid a folder across the desk. I opened it with shaking hands. Photos. My hospital. My apartment building. My favorite coffee shop. Men I didn't recognize. Watching. Waiting. They've identified you, Dominic said. Your name. Your address. Your routine. They're watching everywhere you used to go. Oh God. They're patient. They'll wait weeks, months, until you feel safe enough to return. Then they'll take you. Why? I don't know anything. You saved their target. That makes you an ally. Which makes you an enemy. He leaned back. They'll take you. Question you. Hurt you until they believe you've told them everything. Then they'll kill you. The room spun. Your old life? He continued. It's over. You can't go back to your apartment. Your job, your routine. Everything is burned. For how long? Permanently. The word hung heavy. So what am I supposed to do? My voice cracked. Hide here forever? No. He stood. Walked around the desk. I have a proposition. Let me guess, I said bitterly. I stay here, locked in your East Wing, a prisoner for life. No. You work for me. I stared. Excuse me? You're a trauma nurse. I need a medic on staff. Someone who can handle injuries without questions, without hospitals. You want me to patch up your criminals. I want you to save lives. He moved closer. My men get hurt, frequently. Right now I send them to doctors, paid to keep quiet. It's a risk every time. With you here in-house, problem solved. I didn't go to nursing school to become a mob doctor. You went to nursing school to help people. That's what you'd be doing. Helping criminals. Helping people who would die otherwise. He tilted his head. Isn't that what you did for me? I hated that he was right. What do I get? I asked. Protection. For life. A salary that makes your hospital paycheck look like a joke. Purpose. Purpose. I laughed. Hollow. You mean making myself useful so I matter to you? Something flickered in his eyes. Is that what you think? Isn't it what I always do? The words came unbidden. Find people who need me. Make myself indispensable. That's my specialty. I don't need you, Emma. Then let me go. I said I don't need you. I didn't say I'd let you walk into a death trap. So what? You're keeping me out of guilt? I'm giving you a choice. He stepped closer. Work for me. Let me protect you. Use your skills to do what you do best. Or what? Or I put you in witness protection. New identity. New city. You disappear completely. Never see anyone from your old life again. My breath caught. You can do that? I have the connections. Of course he did. But, he continued, if you do that, you'll always be running, always looking over your shoulder, never sure if they've found you. I stood, paced. This is insane. Agreed. I should never have stopped in that alley. Probably not. I spun to face him. Do you feel anything? Any guilt for ruining my life? For the first time, something like emotion crossed his face. Every day. The admission stopped me. Then let me go. I whispered. I can't. Why not? Because the moment you leave my protection, you die. His voice was hard again. And I've had enough blood on my hands. I won't add yours. We stood in silence. I know what you're thinking, he said finally. That I'm controlling you, trapping you, making you dependent. Aren't you? I'm giving you the only two options that keep you alive. That's not control. That's reality. I wanted to argue, to fight, but those photos kept flashing through my mind. Men, waiting, watching, hunting. How long do I have to decide? End of today. That's not enough. It's all we have. They're escalating. If you don't choose by tonight, I choose for you. You can't. Watch me. God. He was infuriating. I spent hours in my room, thinking, spiraling. Witness protection meant disappearing. New identity. Never seeing friends again. Colleagues. Everyone I'd known. Starting over. From nothing. Alone. Or stay. Work for Dominic. Save lives. Even if those lives belonged to criminals. That's what I did. Who I was. A helper. Around 6 p.m. Maria knocked. Mr. Castellano is waiting. Dining room. I found him there. Table set for two. Wine. Perfect lighting. Like a date. Except it wasn't. Sit. I sat. He poured wine. Pushed a glass toward me. Have you decided? I took a long drink. Then another. I'll stay. His expression didn't change. Why? Because witness protection sounds lonely. And I don't do well alone. That's not the real reason. I met his eyes. Because people here will need me. I'll be useful. I'll matter. The truth. Ugly. Pathetic. But true. He studied me for a long moment. You matter whether you're useful or not. The words should have comforted. Instead, they felt like pity. But I'll take your offer, he continued. You'll work for me. Live here. Be protected. What are the rules? Don't leave without an escort. Don't contact anyone from your old life. Don't betray my trust. And if I do, let's not find out. He raised his glass. To new arrangements. I raised mine. To survival. We drank. Just like that, my old life ended. My new life as the Mafia's personal medic began. First week was adjustment. Dominic set me up in a medical suite. Full equipment, supplies. Everything a trauma unit would have. When someone needs you, you'll be called, he explained. Could be 3 a.m., could be during dinner. You respond immediately. Understood. And Emma? Yeah? No one can know you care about them. The moment my enemies think someone matters to me, they become a target. I nodded, but wondered if he was talking about his men, or about me. First patient came 2 days later, 3:47 a.m. Pounding on my door. One of Dominic's men, bleeding, knife wound. 2 others carried him into my suite. Patch him up. Fast. I worked quickly. Efficiently, like I'd done 1,000 times. The man was young, 25, maybe. Terrified beneath the tough exterior. You'll be okay, I told him, as I stitched. Just breathe. He did. When I finished, Dominic appeared in the doorway. Status? Stable. He'll need rest. Antibiotics. I'll monitor him. Dominic nodded. Looked at the injured man. You got sloppy. Again. Sorry, boss. Sorry. Doesn't stop you from bleeding on my floor. But his voice wasn't harsh. Just tired. They left. I cleaned up sterilized equipment. Then sat in the quiet medical suite. This was my life now. Midnight surgeries. Criminals. Blood. And Dominic Castellano watching from the shadows. Making sure I was okay. Making sure I was needed. Exactly what I'd always wanted. So why did it feel like a cage? 3 weeks passed. I fell into routine. Mornings, inventory supplies. Afternoons. Maria taught me Italian. Mr. Castellano's family is from Sicily, she explained. They visit sometimes. The thought terrified me. Evenings were different. That's when Dominic appeared. Not for medical reasons. Just appeared. Library. While I read, he'd sit across from me. Open his own book. We'd read in silence. Kitchen when I made tea. He'd lean against the counter. Watch me move. We didn't talk much, but his presence became familiar. Expected. Almost comfortable. One night, I found him in the garden. Late. Past midnight. Sitting on a stone bench. I should have left him alone. Sat beside him, instead. Can't sleep? Never could. We sat in silence. Night air cool. Jasmine blooming somewhere. Thank you, he said quietly. I looked at him. Surprised. For what? For staying. For not fighting me on every decision. He glanced at me. I know this isn't the life you chose. No one chooses this life. It just happens. Some people choose it. Did you? His jaw tightened. I was born into it. There's no choosing when it's in your blood. Something about the way he said it, resigned, almost sad, made me want to reach out. I didn't, but I wanted to. Next day, I overheard an argument. Dominic's office. Door partially open. 3 men with him. We need to move on the Rossi family now, one said. Before they move on us. No, not yet, boss. We're sitting ducks. They hit us twice this month. I said not yet. Why? Because of her. Silence. My heart stopped. Watch your mouth, Marco. Dominic's voice was ice. I'm just saying. You've been different. Since the nurse moved in. My strategic decisions have nothing to do with Emma. Then why are we waiting? Because I'm thinking 3 moves ahead instead of 1. Chair scraping. We hit them now. We start a war. We might not win. We wait. Gather intel. Strike when vulnerable. That's how we survive. Or that's how we look weak. Get out. All of you. I retreated before they could see me. But damage was done. I was affecting his decisions. Making him vulnerable. That night, I tried to talk to him. I heard what Marco said. You weren't supposed to. But I did. And he's right. I'm making you vulnerable. He looked up from his papers. Marco is an idiot. Dominic, don't. Don't try to manage my business decisions. You're a nurse, not a strategist. The dismissal stung. 2 days later, it happened again. I woke to find Dominic gone. All his men gone. Estate empty except Maria and 2 guards. Where is everyone? Business, dear. What kind of business? The kind Mr. Castellano doesn't discuss. They returned at 11 p.m. 3 men injured. 1 badly. Medical suite. Now, Dominic ordered. I worked 3 hours straight. Stitching, stopping bleeding, keeping the worst one stable. Dominic stayed. Watching. Silent. When I finished, I turned. Hands covered in blood. What happened? Nothing you need to worry about. You took your entire crew somewhere dangerous. It's handled. Is it? Because 3 of your men almost died, but they didn't. Because you were here. I should have been there with you. The words escaped before I could stop them. He stared. What? If you're going into danger, you need medical support on site. Not back here waiting. Absolutely not. I'm trained for trauma. You're staying here, where it's safe, so I can sit uselessly while your men bleed out before reaching me. You're not useless. Then let me do my job properly. Let me be there when you need me. I don't need you there. His voice was hard. I need you here, alive, safe, out of the line of fire. Why? Because if something happened to you, He stopped. Jaw clenched. You what? Nothing. Go clean up. You're dismissed. Next morning, I found a note under my door. New security protocols. You're no longer allowed on the first floor without an escort. Your movements will be monitored at all times. This is non-negotiable. I crumpled it. Furious. Found him in the gym. Hitting a punching bag. Shirtless. Sweat gleaming. I tried not to notice. Failed. What is this? I held up the note. He didn't stop punching. Security upgrade. I'm a prisoner now. You're protected. From what? I'm inside your fortress. From making stupid decisions. He finally stopped. Turned. Like volunteering to walk into gunfights. I was trying to help. You were trying to make yourself indispensable. His eyes were sharp. Knowing. That's what you do, Emma. You find people who might need you, and you force your way into their lives until they can't imagine functioning without you. The accusation hit like a physical blow. Because he was right. That's not. It is. You did it in that alley. You're doing it now. Pushing to be included in dangerous situations because you need to feel needed. And what's wrong with that? My voice shook. What's wrong with wanting to matter? Nothing. Until it gets you killed. So your solution is to lock me up? Control everything I do? My solution is to keep you alive. He was closer now. Towering, even if you hate me for it. Even if you think I'm a controlling bastard. At least you'll be alive to think it. We were breathing hard. Standing too close. I can't live like this. I whispered. You have to. Why? Why does it matter so much? Because. He stopped. Looked away. Because I gave you my word. When you got in my car, you became my responsibility. Your responsibility. The word tasted bitter. Not a person. A responsibility. Emma, is that all I am to you? He didn't answer. Just stared at me with those dark, conflicted eyes. You want to know what you are to me? His voice was rough. Yes. He moved closer. Slowly. Like giving me time to run. I didn't run. You're the woman who saved my life when I didn't deserve saving. Who sees me at my worst and doesn't flinch. Who makes me want to be. He stopped. Fuck. Want to be what? Better. Different. Someone who deserves the way you look at me. My breath caught. How do I look at you? Like I'm worth saving. The vulnerability in his voice broke something in me. I reached up. Touched his face. He flinched but didn't pull away. You are, I said softly. Worth saving. His hand came up. Covered mine. Warm. Strong. You should be terrified of me. I am. Then why are you still here? Because I'm more terrified of leaving. Something shifted in his eyes. Softened. He leaned down. Slowly. His lips touched mine. Gentle at first. Testing. Then harder. I kissed him back. Rose on my toes. Hands sliding into his hair. He made a sound low in his throat. Pulled me closer. One hand at my waist. The other cupping my neck. The kiss deepened. Desperate. Hungry. Like we'd both been drowning and finally found air. He backed me against the wall. His body pressed against mine. Solid. Warm. I should stop this. Instead, I pulled him closer. His mouth moved to my neck. I gasped. Emma. He breathed against my skin. Tell me to stop. I can't. You should. I know. His phone buzzed. We both froze. He pulled back, breathing hard. Checked the screen. Expression darkened. I have to take this. Dominic. We'll talk later. He walked away, leaving me against the wall. Breathless. Shaking. What the hell just happened? I didn't see him the rest of the day. That night, Maria came to my room. Pale. Emma, come quickly. I followed her downstairs. The foyer was full of Dominic's men. All armed. All tense. Dominic was in the center. On the phone. Voice cold. Deadly. I don't care what it takes. Find him. Bring him here. Alive. He hung up. Turned. Saw me. What's going on? I asked. Go back to your room. Dominic. Now Emma. Tell me what's happening. He crossed the space. Gripped my arms. Not gentle. One of my men betrayed me. Gave information to the Rossi family. Because of that, they know about you. My blood ran cold. What? They know you're here. They know you matter to me. Which makes you a target. I don't matter to you. You said I'm just a responsibility. I lied. The words exploded. You matter. Too fucking much. And now they know, and they will use that against me. I stared. Stunned. I'm leaving, he said. Taking a team to handle this. You're staying here. Locked down. Triple the guards. How long? As long as it takes. You can't just leave. Watch me. He started walking away. Dominic. He stopped. Didn't turn. Come back safe, I whispered. He looked back. Something vulnerable flickered across his face. Then he was gone, and I was alone. Again. 3 days. No calls. No updates. Just me. Alone in the estate. With guards who wouldn't tell me anything. Is he okay? I asked constantly. The boss can handle himself, miss. That didn't answer my question. Third night, Maria came to my room, hands shaking. Emma, you need to see this. She handed me her phone. A video. Grainy, dark, Dominic. In a warehouse. Surrounded by men. Fighting. My heart stopped. He moved, like violence incarnate. Fast. Brutal. Efficient. But there were too many. I watched him take down 4, 5, 6 men. Then someone hit him from behind. He went down. Turn it off. I whispered. Emma, turn it off. She did, but the image burned. Dominic, on his knees. Blood on his face. He's alive. This was sent as a message to scare us. It's working. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I answered without thinking. Emma Davies. A man's voice. Smooth. Cold. We haven't met. I'm Luca Rossi. The name froze my blood. What do you want? What I've always wanted. Dominic Castellano. Broken. And you, my dear, are how I break him. I don't mean anything to him. Don't insult my intelligence. I've seen how he looks at you, how he doubled your guard, how he stopped thinking clearly the moment you entered his life. You're wrong. Am I? Then why did he risk everything to protect you? Why did he turn down opportunities to strike at me because it might put you in danger? Because I matter. He said I matter. Here's what's going to happen, Luca continued. You're going to walk out of that estate. Alone. You're going to meet me at the address I'm texting you. And you're going to do it willingly. Why would I? Because if you don't, I'll kill everyone in that building. The guards. That sweet old woman, Maria. Every single person, Dominic tasked with keeping you safe. Pause. Their blood will be on your hands, because you were too selfish to save them. The phone went dead. A text came through, an address, and a photo. Armed men. Outside the estate, dozens of them, waiting. I ran to find security. Marco, armed men outside. We know. They arrived an hour ago. He was calm, too calm. We're locked down. They can't get in. They're going to attack. Let them try. We have more firepower. Better position. Then why are they here? Psychological warfare. They want you scared. It was working. I went back to my room. Paced, tried to think. Luca's words kept replaying. Their blood will be on your hands. I couldn't let innocent people die because of me, but I couldn't walk into a trap. Could I? An explosion shook the building. I ran to the window. Fire. At the eastern gate. Shouting. Gunfire. They were attacking. Marco burst into my room. Stay here. Lock the door. Don't come out. Marco. He was already gone. More gunfire. Closer now. Men shouting in Italian. Screaming. Someone was dying out there. Because of me. I grabbed my phone. Texted Luca's number. Stop. I'll come. Just stop attacking. Response. Immediate. Smart girl. East Gate. 5 minutes. Come alone or they all die anyway. I didn't think. Just moved. Grabbed a jacket. Phone in pocket. Slipped out while guards were distracted. Down the back stairs. Through the kitchen. Out the service entrance. The grounds were chaos. Men running. Shooting. Air thick with smoke. I kept to shadows. Moving toward the east gate. A guard spotted me. Miss, get back inside. He was shot mid-sentence. Crumpled at my feet. I screamed. Someone grabbed me from behind. Hand over my mouth. Dragging me backward. Quiet. Or you'll get us both killed. They pulled me through a gap in the fence. Away from the battle. Into a waiting car. The car sped away. I was shoved into the back seat. 3 men. All armed. Phone. I handed it over. One crushed it under his boot. We drove 20 minutes. Silent. 10. Finally stopped. Abandoned factory. They pulled me out. Marched me inside. Luca Rossi was waiting. Younger than I expected. Handsome. Immaculate suit. Looked like he belonged in a boardroom, not a crime syndicate. Emma. He smiled. Thank you for coming. I didn't have a choice. Everyone has choices. You chose to save those people. Admirable. What do you want? Information. About Dominic's operations. His weaknesses. His plans. I don't know anything. You know more than you think. He circled me slowly. You live with him. See him vulnerable. hear conversations, see documents. He doesn't discuss business with me. Then you'll have to pay attention more carefully. He stopped in front of me. Because you're not leaving until I have what I need. He'll come for me. I'm counting on it. Luca smiled. That's the whole point. He'll come. Desperate. Reckless. And I'll be ready. This is a trap. Obviously. I won't help you kill him. You already have, my dear. By existing. By mattering to him. You've made him weak. He nodded to his men. They grabbed me. Dragged me to a back room. Locked me in. I was alone. In the dark. With nothing but fear. Hours passed. Maybe minutes. I couldn't tell. Then, gunfire. Distant. At first. Then closer. Shouting. Screaming. An explosion shook the walls. The door burst open. Dominic stood there. Covered in blood. Gun in hand. Eyes wild. Emma. I ran to him. He caught me. Held me so tight I couldn't breathe. Are you hurt? His hands were everywhere. Checking. Making sure. I'm fine. But Dominic. We need to move. Now. He pulled me through the factory. Bodies everywhere. His men and Luca's. The cost of rescuing me. We made it to a car. He shoved me in. Drove like hell. I'm sorry. I whispered. I thought I was saving everyone. You walked into a trap. He was shouting now. You could have died. Your men were dying. Because that's their job. He slammed the steering wheel. They signed up for this. You didn't. You were supposed to stay safe. Stay hidden. Stay helpless. My voice broke. I couldn't just sit there while people died because of me. So you made it worse. You gave them exactly what they wanted. I was trying to help. Stop helping! The car screeched to a stop. We were back at the estate, surrounded by smoke, damage. Every time you try to help Emma, you make yourself a bigger target. You make me. He stopped, breathing hard. Make you what? Make me vulnerable. Make me weak. Make me care about someone I can't protect. The confession hung between us. I didn't ask you to care about me, I said quietly. I know, but I do, and that's the problem. He looked at me, eyes full of pain, anger, fear. You're the problem, Emma. From the moment I met you, you've been making my life complicated, dangerous, impossible. Each word was a knife. Then let me go, I whispered. I can't. Why not? Because He stopped, looked away. Because I'm not done keeping you safe. Even if it means hating me. I don't hate you. Then what? He turned back. For the first time, I saw real emotion on his face. I can't do this anymore. I can't protect you if you keep putting yourself in danger. I can't keep you safe if you refuse to stay hidden. I can't, his voice cracked. I can't lose you. But I will. Eventually, because you can't stop trying to save people who don't want to be saved. I saved you, and look where that got us. Your life destroyed. My operation compromised. People dead because you exist in my world. The words shattered something in me. You're right, I said, voice hollow. This was a mistake. All of it. I should have let you bleed out in that alley. I got out of the car, walked into the damaged estate, went to my room, locked the door, and finally let myself break. I didn't leave my room for 2 days. Maria brought food. I barely touched it. She didn't ask questions. Just left trays, took away full plates. 3rd day, she sat on my bed. He didn't mean it. Yes, he did. Mr. Castellano says things he doesn't mean when he's afraid. He's not afraid. He's angry. At me. No, dear. He's angry at himself. For caring. For being vulnerable. It terrifies him. I laughed. Broken. Well, he doesn't have to worry anymore. I'm done trying to help him. Maria stood, smoothed her skirt. Are you? Or are you just hurt that he didn't need your help the way you wanted him to? She left before I could answer, but her words stuck. The way you wanted him to. I replayed everything. The alley. My insistence on bandaging him even when he said no. The estate. My constant offers to help. To be involved. To be indispensable. The trap. My decision to save everyone by walking into danger. God, Maria was right. I wasn't helping. I was controlling. Making myself necessary so I'd have value. So I'd matter. Dominic had said it. You find people who might need you, and you force your way into their lives, until they can't imagine functioning without you. He was right. I'd done it my whole life. Every relationship, every friendship. Found people who needed fixing. Made myself essential. Defined my worth by being needed. And when they didn't need me anymore, I felt worthless. I'd become what I was trying to avoid. Unwanted. Unnecessary. Disposable. Fourth day. I finally left my room. The estate was being repaired. Men everywhere. Fixing walls. Replacing windows. I walked through like a ghost. Found myself in the garden. The bench. Where Dominic and I had sat. Maria found me there. Didn't speak. Just sat beside me. I can't keep doing this, I said quietly. Doing what? Trying to be indispensable. Trying to make people need me so I have value. Then don't. But if I don't, what am I? Maria took my hand. You're Emma. That's enough. Is it? Ask yourself. Do you want Dominic to need you? Or do you want him to choose you? The question hit hard. Need was obligation. Choice was freedom. I want him to choose me, I whispered. Then give him space to make that choice. Stop forcing yourself into his life. Stop trying to save him. She squeezed my hand. Be yourself. Let him decide if that's enough. That afternoon, I did something I hadn't done in weeks. I painted. Before nursing school. Before endless shifts. I used to paint. Watercolors. Nothing special. Just mine. Maria found me supplies. Set them up in the library. I painted for hours. Not for anyone else. Not to impress. Not to be useful. Just for me. It felt foreign. Selfish. It felt good. Dominic found me that evening. I didn't hear him come in. Just suddenly felt his presence. You paint. Used to. I kept working. Didn't look up. Forgot how much I missed it. It's good. It's average. It's yours. That makes it good. I finally looked at him. He looked terrible. Exhausted. Like he hadn't slept in days. Can we talk? He asked. I don't know. Can we? Or will you just tell me I'm a problem again? He flinched. I deserved that. Yes. You did. He moved closer. Slowly. I'm sorry. For what I said. You're not the problem, Emma. You never were. Then what was the problem? Me. Being terrified of caring about someone I might lose. We sat in silence for a while. Then I spoke. Maria said something to me. About the difference between being needed and being chosen. And I've spent my whole life trying to be needed, making myself indispensable. So people would keep me around. My ex, my friends, my colleagues. I set down my paintbrush. He didn't deny it. But being needed isn't love, I continued. It's obligation, burden, resentment waiting to happen. Emma, let me finish. I took a breath. I realized something. In that factory, when I walked into Luca's trap thinking I was saving everyone, I wasn't being selfless. I was being selfish. How? Because I wanted to be the hero. The one who saved the day. The one who mattered. My voice cracked. I wanted you to need me so badly that I put everyone in danger, including myself. You were trying to help. No, I was trying to be irreplaceable. There's a difference. He was quiet for a long moment. What are you saying? He finally asked. I'm saying, I need to figure out who I am when I'm not trying to save everyone. When I'm not making myself indispensable. I looked at him. I need to find my own value, not derive it from being needed. And then maybe I can be with someone because I choose them, not because they need me. And they can choose me back. Not because I'm useful, but because I'm me. His eyes searched my face. Is that what you want? To be chosen? Yes. By who? The question hung. I didn't answer. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the alley, the estate, the trap, about Dominic's face when he found me. Relief, terror, rage. I can't lose you. He'd said it. In the car, between the accusations and the anger. Not I can't lose my nurse. Not I can't lose my responsibility. I can't lose you. Emma. Me. Around 3 a.m., I heard a sound. Walked to my window. Dominic in the garden. Same bench. Staring at nothing. He looked broken. Every instinct screamed, go to him. comfort him, fix him. But I didn't, because that's what the old Emma would do. The new Emma, the one learning to value herself, knew something different. I couldn't fix him. Only he could do that. Just like only I could fix myself. But maybe we didn't need fixing. Maybe we just needed to choose each other. Broken pieces and all. I grabbed my jacket, walked downstairs. It was time for reconnection. But this time, for the right reasons. I sat beside him. He didn't seem surprised. Can't sleep? Can you? Never could. We sat in silence. Different from before. Heavier. I'm sorry. We both said at the same time. Almost loud. Almost. You first, I said. He took a breath. I'm sorry for what I said. You're not a problem. You're not a complication. He struggled. You're the best thing that's happened to me in a very long time, and that terrifies me. Why? Because good things don't last. Not in my world. They get taken, destroyed, used against me. He looked at me. And you're the best thing, which means you're the most dangerous thing. Dangerous to who? To me, to my control, to my ability to make logical decisions. I nodded. I get it, because you're dangerous to me too. How? You make me want to be needed. You trigger every unhealthy pattern I have. I pulled my knees up. When you said you didn't need my help, it destroyed me, because I've built my entire identity on being needed, on being useful, on mattering because of what I can do for others. He was quiet. But I'm trying to change that, I continued. I'm trying to figure out who Emma is when she's not trying to save everyone, when she's not making herself indispensable. And who is she? I smiled sadly. I don't know yet, but I'm working on it. I need to tell you something, Dominic said, about why I really keep you here. My heart stopped. Okay, it's not just protection. It's not just obligation. He turned to face me fully. It's because when you're here, I sleep better. I think clearer. He struggled. I'm less of a monster. You're not a monster. I am. I've done things, Emma. Terrible things. Things that would make you run if you knew. Try me. I've killed people. Not in self-defense. Not in battle. I've ordered executions. Torture. I've destroyed families to protect my empire. He was trying to scare me away. It wasn't working. I know who you are, I said softly. I've known from the beginning, and I'm still here. Why? Because I've seen the man underneath. The one who couldn't sleep until he knew I was safe. The one who reads in the library just to be near me. The one who looks at me like I stopped, like I'm worth something. Not because of what I can do, just because I exist. His jaw tightened. Emma, I'm not here to save you, Dominic. I'm not here to fix you or redeem you or make you a better person. I took his hand. I'm here because I choose to be. Is that enough? He stared at our joined hands. It's everything. Then I need you to choose me back. Not because you need a medic. Not because you feel obligated. Not because I'm your responsibility. I squeezed his hand. Choose me because you want me, or let me go. The ultimatum hung in the air. He lifted my hand to his lips. Kissed my knuckles. I choose you. I've been choosing you since that alley. I was just too terrified to admit it. There's something else, I said. What? Luca Rossi. He's still out there, and he knows I matter to you. That doesn't go away just because we had a breakthrough. Dominic nodded. I know. So what do? We end it. Together. I blinked. Together? You were right. About being there when I need you. Not because you need to be indispensable, but because you're good at what you do, and I'm tired of shutting you out. He stood. Pulled me up with him. Luca is planning something. Another attack. Bigger this time. How do you know? I have someone on the inside. He's meeting with all the major families tomorrow night, trying to form an alliance against me. Can he do that? If he shows them weakness, if he convinces them I'm vulnerable because of you. His eyes met mine. Which is why we're going to that meeting, together. And we're going to remind everyone why they fear the Castellano name. My heart pounded. You want me there? I need you there. Not as a liability. As a partner. He cupped my face. But only if you choose this. Only if you understand what you're walking into. I thought about it. The old Emma would have said yes immediately, desperate to be needed, to prove her worth. The new Emma thought about what she actually wanted. Did I want to be part of this world? This violent, dangerous world? No. But did I want to be with Dominic? Yes. And part of being with him meant facing this threat. Together. I choose this, I said. I choose you. All of it. He kissed me, deep, possessive, different from before. This kiss was a promise. We spent the next day planning. Dominic's inner circle gathered. 8 men, all loyal, all deadly. Tomorrow night, Luca is hosting a summit at the Harbor Plaza. Dominic explained. 5 families, all considering his proposal to unite against us. How do we play this? Marco asked. We walk in, uninvited, and we remind them why alliances against us fail. That's suicide, boss. 60 men minimum. 63. Everyone looked at me. The Harbor Plaza has 2 kitchens, 3 service entrances, and a private elevator. If Luca's smart, he'll have men at all of them, plus main entrance. That's 63, Dominic smiled. See? This is why she's coming. Marco's eyes widened. You're bringing her? She's my partner. She goes where I go. Boss. That, non-negotiable. Dominic's voice was steel. Anyone have a problem? Silence. Good. Emma, tell them what you need. I stepped forward. Laid out a map. Medical, supplies, here, and here. Backup, escape, communication devices, and body armor. For both of us. He nodded. Done. We worked for hours. Strategy, contingencies, exit plans. It felt surreal. Planning a confrontation with a rival crime family like it was a business meeting. But it also felt right. For the first time, I wasn't forcing my way in. Dominic had invited me. Chosen me. That night, I couldn't sleep. Dominic found me on my balcony. Nervous? Terrified. Good. Fear keeps you sharp. He stood beside me. We stared at the dark grounds. Do you think we'll survive tomorrow? I asked. Honestly, I don't know. That's not reassuring. I'm not going to lie to you, Emma. This is dangerous. We could both die, but we could also win. And if we win, Luca's threat ends. You're safe. I'm safe. We can finally... He trailed off. Finally what? Live. Without looking over our shoulders. Without threats hanging over us. He turned to me. We could have a real chance. If we survive. I leaned into him. Then let's survive. He wrapped his arms around me. Held me tight. Whatever happens tomorrow, he murmured. I need you to know something. What? I love you. I'm in love with you. Have been since you bandaged my wounds and refused to let me push you away. He pulled back to look at me. I should have said it sooner. Tears stung my eyes. I love you too, I whispered. Even though you're infuriating and controlling and emotionally constipated. He laughed. Actually laughed. Emotionally constipated. It's a medical term. No, it's not. Well, it should be. He kissed me. Soft. Sweet. Like we had all the time in the world. Even though we might not have tomorrow. The Harbor Plaza was beautiful. Chandeliers. Marble. Luxury masking violence. We walked through the main entrance. No hiding. No stealth. Dominic, in a black suit worth more than a car. Me in a bulletproof vest, under a designer dress. Doors opened to the conference hall. 63 men, just like I predicted. All turned to stare. Luca Rossi stood at the head of the 5 family heads around it. His smile was cold. Dominic, how unexpected. Is it? Dominic walked forward. I stayed at his side. You invite every family in the city to discuss my downfall. Did you really think I wouldn't show? I expected you to send men, not walk in yourself, with your weakness on display. He gestured me. Weakness? Dominic laughed. You think Emma is my weakness? Isn't she? You've changed since she arrived. Softer, distracted, vulnerable. No, Luca, you're wrong. Dominic pulled me closer. She's not my weakness. She's my strength. He nodded to Marco. Lights went out. Gunfire erupted, but not at us. Dominic's men had been positioned throughout the building. In the shadows. Waiting. The 63 men guarding Luca. Half were Dominic's. Planted weeks ago. Lights came back. Luca was surrounded. His allies' guns pointed at him. You see, Dominic said calmly, while you were planning to use Emma against me, I was planning 3 moves ahead. Something you'd know if you weren't so busy underestimating what love can do. He turned to the family heads. Anyone else want to form an alliance against me? Silence. Good. This meeting is over. We walked out. Together. Alive. Victorious. 3 months later, I was in the medical suite. Stitching up Tony. Bar fight again. You're an idiot, I said affectionately. Sorry, Doc. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to your face. Dominic appeared in the doorway. Watched me work. When Tony left, we were alone. You're good at this, Dominic said. I know. He smiled. Crossed to me. Pulled me into his arms. I have something for you. He handed me a key. What's this? The East Wing. It's yours. Officially, not as my guest, not as my employee, as my partner, in everything. Tears filled my eyes. I'm not asking you to need me, he continued. I'm asking you to choose me. Every day. Like I choose you. Every day, I promised. He kissed me. Outside, the sun set over the estate. Our estate now. It wasn't the life I'd planned, but it was the life I'd chosen. And for the first time, I knew my worth wasn't in being needed. It was in being myself and being chosen for it.